a lot of mineral intensive units, but 1,000 gas saved up for Machine. I wonder how he got all that gas, considering he has a nice little mutaball here. He decided to stop producing mutas and will be switching into something else. Now drone him up like a madman, 13 drones on the way. And I believe he will be taking that gold base soon enough, as soon as his economy starts kicking in. That third base is already saturated. He is pooping creep at the third base for the Terran players and destroying these rocks. Very wise, because if the Terran does decide to take this third base, it will create an extra attack path and will prevent him from landing for at least a while that creep recedes. Now EGMachine keeps harassing the Terran player, not doing much though. Finally an infestation pit going down for Machine. With that 1,000 gas saved up, he will be able to turn out quite a few infestors as soon as that finishes, and as soon as the pathogen gland upgrade is halfway done. Now more mutas coming out for Machine. So very similar games from the other two. Now huge marine tank and Thor push in the middle of the map, and the supplies are actually very even here. Only 10 more supply for the Zerg player, but most of that only mutas, and mutas will not be very effective here against this army. Machine really needs to hit those banelings on these marines to kill them off so that the mutas can clear out the rest. But nice little split here by TLO, leaving half his marines in the back. So even if these marines, this first initial set of marine dies, he will have a backup back here. And a little drop going to for TLO on in Machine's third base will do some huge damage here, because Machine can't really afford to take his army out of this place. If he tries to deal with this drop, TLO will just push forward, and there we go, huge engagement here. Banelings hitting the marines and mutas cleaning up the rest. We'll be able to finish off this store and all these tanks. Now, since this is dealt with, the mutas will be able to clean out this little drop. The drop, though, killed the third base. So now it is still 2 base versus 2 base for these two players. This drop will not live much longer, getting completely denied by the mutas. This last tank getting picked off, and very fair trade here. TLO did lose his entire army, something you do not want to have against a Zerg player, but he did also pick off that third base. So now it's actually even bases for at least some moment for these two players, and that is not something you want to have when you are a Zerg player. Zerg wisely actually double expanding once to his third base and another one to the gold base. And still a lot of mutas here for Machine. He will be able to harass the hell out of TLO if he so chooses to. I feel like there's quite an opening here, because all these marines will have to stick to the front to actually protect these tanks from a Ling all-in here. Well, not an all-in, but from a Ling attack. So if Machine actually harasses the back of the TLO's main, he can run his Lings in and pick off these tanks, because all these marines will be required to deal with these mutas. Machine not opting to do this though, going for the turret at the high ground. Now TLO trying to intercept these mutas while dealing with them on the high ground, sending a little force on the low ground to try and intercept and pick off all the mutas he can. Scanning the front door of Machine's base just to get a unit count. He does see this whole huge pack of mutas. Now that is a lot of mutas, 25 mutas, think. Yeah, 25 mutas and quite a few Banes morphing in. There he goes. He is harassing the back of TLO's base. Now all these marines forced to run back. Machine can actually pick these off quite easily. And more marines streaming in, but that is not enough marines. He really needs to send all the marines up here, because these will just get picked off. Now picking off a barracks and a lot of supply depots. TLO, at least he is not in the red yet. Now picking off these gold rocks, he will move his orbital from his main base to the gold base, because there is nothing left here. And here goes lifting off and building a third base, so he will be double expanding as Machine did earlier. And Machine really needs to deny at least one of these two bases. Hopefully he will be able to deny the gold. Picking off a couple of SCVs here. You see actually 13 to 14 workers killed, so quite even. Machine has to be careful with these mutas because they are flying into a big pack of Marines. Now picking off more SCVs. It's now 19, 20, 21 to 14. So nice little harass here by Machine, but losing a lot of mutas. You see he had 25, now only 11 left. So although he was able to pick off quite a few SCVs, there are still 40 harvesters left for TLO, and that is almost as much as he needs to saturate two bases. His main and his natural are almost mined out, so not too big of a deal here for TLO losing those workers, but picking off all those mutas, well worth it. Now TLO moving across the middle of the map, intercepting a few overlords, won't put Machine in the red. Machine producing a few corruptors here. We'll try and morph them into broodlords. As soon as that Grave of Spire finishes, this gold base for Machine will go down quite easily. He's not even trying to defend this. He is waiting for that army to engage and waiting for those broodlords. I do not see them yet. I wonder if they are producing. Yes, 4 broodlords on the way for Machine. Where are they? They are in back here. And once these broodlords come out, he will be able to engage this army quite easily. Now only a few tanks in the middle of the map, not going to do much. A little drop here, going to pick off. Oh, if he picks off this base, it will be huge. But he won't be able to. All these links streaming in, killing off that small drop, and leaving the medevac here to just float and wait for TLO to order it back home. Now some tanks and a few Marines down here. I don't believe that Machine sees this, and this could be huge. If he sieges here, he can actually take out this base, and if he does, there will be no more mining here for Machine, so he needs to kill TLO right here, right now. He is all in right now. This little drop, trying to take out some tech buildings, but it does not matter because Machine has no more income. You can see that income tab very low because he is distance mining his third base, and there are a whole bunch of tanks in that route. So it will drop to 0 right away. Now engaging the main base of TLO. Will there be enough here to prevent this attack? These broodlords launching a lot of broodlings on that orbital command. It will go down to, it will burn down unless TLO repairs it right now. No, he floats it away and it will burn to death. Now only broodlords left for Machine. I believe TLO, if he only gets a single Viking, he will win this game. But 2 Marines in production. None of these players are actually mining right now. Very intense game. I don't know what TLO can do. He only has tanks in the main base. Tanks will not do anything against these broodlords. TLO really needs a single Viking right now. But this starport, he does not have the money for it. He needs to mine, and there goes all the mules. He will be able to produce a Viking soon enough. I feel like EGMachine should actually target this before the Viking pops out. Now a lot of tanks in the main doing huge damage. Will take off, probably take out all these tech structures, and once that Viking comes out, it will be GG for Machine. So TLO winning this series 2-1 against Machine, and an epic finale here. I hope that Viking makes it out. There it is. Now that starport will go down, but too little too late. That Viking will be able to pick off all those broodlords, and since TLO is mining and Machine has no mining left, he will be able to pick this game. Machine maybe could have done something if he would have picked off this starport before the Viking came out, but too bad. Now this infestor trying to turned out an infested Terran will be able to pick this off, actually. Wow, nice play here by Machine. These 2 broodlords might be enough, but TLO still mining from this base, so he will be able to produce at least some units And if he decides to make another starport, he will be able to produce more Vikings, trying to pick off these Broodlords with the Marines. Will they be able to? The SCVs, the drones hacking away, and there it goes, the final Broodlord dying for Machine, and GG it is. So quite a nice final game from these two players, and I hope you enjoyed this, guys. I will be casting more videos and streaming live as I cast them, so check it out, and until next time.